friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. Today I wanted to do a little rant on guilt. Some of us either have it or we don't. It's not that big of a deal, but I've been under, since last summer really, just a wave of guilt for not finishing games. I've got so many games. I'm excited. You know, I go out and I see my friends pick up videos and their car boot sales and garage sale items and thrifting. And it's exciting to see now with the internet, we can see games that I never could see before. Back when I had the Commodore, the early Super NES, the only games I was familiar with, it was at my local, games, store at the mall. And whatever they didn't have there, I didn't know about it. I didn't even really read that many gaming magazines. I didn't know what was out there. Today, we can see everything. So you get overwhelmed with all the great selections of games and pickup videos and gaming reviews and previews. And I've got so many games the last couple of years I've bought. For my Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3 last summer, I went on a binge with the PlayStation 2 and bought a ton of games. And I tried to play a little bit of each one. Some of them I got almost all the way through. A couple of them I really didn't get past the first level or chapter on. And I've kind of felt guilty about that. It's like, God, I feel guilty because I should finish all these games I've started. I've had the best of intentions to go through. Like recently, I played, all of the 2009 Wolfenstein game from Raven Software, and had no problem. Within a week or so, I sat down and, a week and a half or whatever it was, and played a little bit each night until I wrapped it up and recorded it. That's one of the few exceptions. I mean, once in a while, the game Tomb Raider, I played that from start to finish. Sniper Elite V2. Games I really like, or that I'm really hooked. I'll quite often, Forza Horizon, I'll sit and I'll play them all the way through without interruption. But it's very, very rare. My nephew does that. Every game that I give him or that he buys, he takes all the other games off his coffee table. He won't touch anything else until he's done with that game. He'll see it all the way through. I wish I was more that way. I'm kind of all over the map. I see it like a smorgasbord and want to try a little bit of each game and check them all out. Right now I'm doing it with driving games. I just got this Toka Race Car Driver 3. I'm starting, the career mode on that. I've, 4 or 5 days into the career mode on Forza 2 right now. I've even jumped back and played a little Forza 4. And it's just, a little bit of Need for Speed Shift 2. So I'm all over the map with the driving games. I've been playing Test Drive on the original Xbox, Midnight Club 3 on the original Xbox. So I've got multiple games. I'm, starting Manhunt. I'm playing Time Shift. Been started Singularity about a month and a half ago. I've tried to get through that, and it's just crazy. I can't stop. I get so impulsive with games. I see something I like, or I come home and I go, you know what, I'm dying to play this, and I just put that game in. I've been playing, with my nephew, that Luftrausers game. God, in fact, he was back over here again before he went up to Oregon, and we played more of that. And even with my nephew here, we went back and started playing more of 007 from Russia with Love on split screen, and I've been putting in some more GTA 5, so I'm all over the map. I've got so many games that I'm constantly kind of rotating. My coffee table usually has between 4 and 7 games at any one time that I'm shifting and shuffling around with. I even put in, a little bit of the new Definitive Edition Tomb Raider game just to play the first level, just to see how great the graphics were. I'm anxious to sit down and play that one all the way through, but I have guilt. It's like, God, I mean, here I just spent, $50 for this new Tomb Raider game, the second version of it. And I have, Fallout 3 I haven't played, and I've got Half-Life 2, which I've been meaning to start again, and Singularity, which I did start, and I haven't followed through and finished it, so this is a common problem that I have. I know a few of you have similar, issues with games and starting them, and I got more new games coming. I mean, I got this new Rambo game coming later this month, which I know everyone's really excited about. At least I am. I've got this new Sniper Elite 3, which I'm really looking forward to. The new Mad Max game, I keep seeing tons of wonderful gameplay on the new Wolfenstein, the New Order game, and I can't wait for that. That's going to be the shit. I mean, that's my most anticipated game. And then, if that's not enough, now I'm hearing that Enemy Front game with the Crytek engine is being ramped up to be, coming out soon as well. So I've already got 4 or 5 games, pre-ordered for next gen, and then I've got all these old gen games, and I haven't even got into my Sega Genesis or Super NES games that I want to get, or playing games like Return Fire, Need for Speed, or the original Road Rash on the Panasonic 3DO when I get that. I'm only going to get 3 or 4 games for the 3DO initially. But I want to try to get them all this year, because my goal is, I know the prices are only going to go up. So I figure the sooner I get all this stuff and just have it, the better off I'll be. And then a year or 5 years from now, who knows how much a Super NES cartridge is going to be, God forbid. So I'm trying to think now, think early, and plan ahead. Leave in the comments your feelings. Do you have any guilt at all, or you really are indifferent? You just don't care. Some people are like me. They're just all over the map. They can't decide what they want to do and play. Sometimes having too much of a selection almost immobilizes you to where you can't even decide at all what you want to play or what you want to do. Sometimes I get home, I'm wiped out, and just methodically going through lap after lap of car race is really therapeutic and quite enjoyable. Other times I have the bloodthirst for a game like Manhunt, or the Punisher in the original Xbox, or something that's a little bit more gruesome. I keep thinking about, God, I'd love to go back and finish Far Cry 3. I got to get back on that. So some of my friends that know me really well know that I'm always jumping around with the games, and what happens is you become really a master of none as you're hopping around. So this is kind of an ongoing built-in guilt mechanism that I have as I'm buying more games. I went down to look for another game today, Project Gotham Racing 4, which I never played. I had played the first 3 and didn't really care for them. Thought they were a little dated compared to Forza, but the 4th one looks good, so I'm down there at my game place looking for that today. They didn't have it. I'll have to get that one on eBay. And none of the other stores had it. But I left. I actually had to force myself to leave. I didn't want to even look through the games because I've got to stop buying. I keep buying so many games. I do have a definitive list of a few PlayStation 2 and Xbox games that I'm almost done. I've pretty much got most of what I want, but I've got so many now, I can't play all the games that I want. I mean, if something happened to me and I couldn't work anymore and I had from here on out to play games, I probably could sit through and get through all the games I have, but even if I wanted to, I don't know if I could even finish all the games that I do have. I finished Sniper Elite V2, then I went out and bought the Silver Star Edition, which has all the DLC and patches and everything, and I've never even put that one back inside my console. So, I mean, at some point I'd like to go back and play Sniper Elite, V2 again, but I just can't. I feel guilty because I got so many new games. I still haven't, finished the new Assassin's Creed Black Flag for my PlayStation 4. I put that in just to see the graphics in the beginning, and that's it. So I've got tons of games, and this is why I probably won't even get an Xbox One for some time, if I get one at all, because I've already kind of maxed out with the consoles and the games and what have you. So anyway, that's just my little feeling. I woke up today and I was just burdened with guilt over not finishing these games and having so many, and I keep telling people I'm going to be reviewing Manhunt. I want to do a review of Singularity, and I got all these favorites of Twisted Metal and different games I want to do reviews of, or some gameplay impressions videos, and I'm just all over the map. I kind of just go with whatever mood strikes me that day, and if it's a racing game, then I'll gravitate towards that, or an FPS game or something else. But I've got to get organized. I'm putting in a lot more time in my gaming than I did last year. There's no question about it. But I'm just all over the map, sampling that sample tray of games, as I call it. So leave in the comments how you feel about this. Again, are you indifferent to it? Do you feel similar that, God, I shouldn't go out and buy any more games till I finish the ones I have. And I want to get that Thief game. You know, there's other games that have been out for a while. I bought Splinter Cell Blacklist, and I'm dying to play that. I mean, when am I going to have the time? So I'm going to have to, you know, marshal my time and obviously make the time to get through these games. And I mean, who knows when that's going to happen. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Leave your 2 cents on this. I'm just curious if I'm the only one that feels that way, or if you feel the same way too. And I appreciate your watching and supporting my channel and putting up with my long-winded rants. I do appreciate it. Thanks again, guys. Enjoy your games. Enjoy your week. And wherever it takes you. Thanks again for watching.